What if the only thing standing between you and the life you crave isn't time, hard work, or luck, but a single silent assumption you made this morning without even noticing? You have been taught to shout at the mirror, begging it to smile back at you. But the mirror of reality has no will of its own. It can only reflect the face you present to it. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change the reflection while ignoring the face. Stop. It ends today. In the next few minutes, we are going to dismantle the illusion of attraction and hand you the keys to creation. This is not about getting what you want. It is about remembering who you already are. The shift is subtle, but the result is a world that bends to your will. Stop asking. Stop begging. The moment you say, "I want," you are shouting to the universe, "I do not have." And the universe, in its infinite obedience, confirms your lack. This is the great misunderstanding of the law of attraction that keeps millions in a state of desperate waiting. You have been trying to pull things towards you from the outside, but spiritual law does not work by attraction. It works by expression. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. The shift must be from wanting to being. If you want to be wealthy, you do not ask for wealth. You occupy the state of wealth. You must dare to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled before the physical evidence appears. To desire is to confess that you are not yet the thing desired, and so long as you remain in the state of desire, you will never possess the reality. You must move from the state of "I hope" to the unshakable conviction of "I am." This brings us to the power of certainty, the very core of the law of assumption. The universe is not a judge deciding if you are good enough to receive your desire. It is a mirror reflecting your internal conviction. It responds to what you assume to be true about yourself and your world. If you assume you are small, unseen, and unlucky, the world will mold itself to prove you right. But if you assume you are chosen, abundant, and powerful, even if your pockets are empty right now, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that assumption. This is not magic. It is law. You are the operant power. The world is yours for the taking, but it requires the boldness to claim it internally first. You are not waiting for permission. You are the one who grants it. The assumption, though false if denied by your senses, if persisted in, will harden into fact. But how does this work in the biological machine of your body? Consider the reticular activating system, the RAS. Your brain is designed to filter out millions of bits of data every second, showing you only what aligns with your internal beliefs. It is a search engine that only finds what you have already typed into the search bar of your subconscious. If you believe life is hard, your RAS will filter out every opportunity and highlight every obstacle. You will literally not see the open door standing right in front of you. But the moment you change your assumption, the moment you decide "I am successful," your RAS begins to hunt for evidence of success. You start seeing the red car you decided to buy. You start hearing the conversations that lead to growth. You are hacking your own biology with your spiritual assumption. Therefore, you must understand that your internal state dictates the external projection. If you remain in a state of victimhood, your brain will tirelessly work to validate that you are a victim. It is a faithful servant to a terrible master. You must become a new master. You must command this biological filter by changing the conception of yourself. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you reprogram the filter. Suddenly, the world looks different because you are looking at it through a different state of consciousness. You stop seeing barriers and start seeing bridges. The world hasn't changed. You have, and because you have changed, the world must follow. But this requires a radical acceptance that the 3D world is fluid, not fixed. Most people live life backwards, letting the outer world dictate their inner feelings. They look at their bank account and feel poor. They look at the news and feel afraid. You must reverse the flow. You must dictate the inner feeling regardless of the outer facts, knowing that the outer facts are merely old thoughts solidified. The law of assumption demands that you ignore the evidence of the senses when they contradict your desire. You stand firm in your imagination, knowing that your own wonderful human imagination is God operating in the human mind. The physical world is just the delayed echo of what you assumed yesterday. Change the assumption today, and you change the echo tomorrow. But that's only the surface. You must come to the realization that imagination is the true reality. We have been trained to believe that the physical world is real, and our thoughts are just fantasy. Neville Goddard teaches us the exact opposite. The inner world is the cause. The outer world is the effect. The world of matter is merely a shadow cast by the light of your imagination. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine a scene, you are not escaping reality. You are entering the foundry where reality is forged. Every building you see, every invention, every circumstance began as an invisible image in a human mind. If you can understand that the shadow cannot move without the object moving first, you will stop fighting the shadow, your problems, and start moving the object, your imagination. Science is finally catching up to this mystic truth. Neuroscience has proven that the brain does not distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. When you close your eyes and visualize yourself running a race, the same neural pathways light up as if you were actually running. Your body responds to your imagination as if it were happening now. This means you can create experience without the physical event. You can inoculate yourself with the feeling of success before the success happens. You can saturate your nervous system with the chemistry of healing before the cure arrives. You are not faking it. You are creating the neurological and energetic blueprint that the physical body must inhabit. Think of your imagination as the architect's blueprint. The physical world is the construction site. You would never look at a pile of bricks and say, the building is impossible. You look at the blueprint. The blueprint is the truth of the building long before the roof is raised. Your life is the construction site. If it looks messy right now, it is because you have been building without a clear plan, or worse, building from a blueprint of fear. You must return to the drafting table of your mind. You must see the end clearly. Top athletes do this instinctively. They win the gold medal in their mind 1,000 times before they step onto the track. They do not hope to win. They remember winning. However, there is a force that tries to tear up your blueprint. The hidden enemy. It is the conflict between your new assumption and the evidence of your senses. You declare, I am wealthy, and your eyes look at your bank balance and scream, liar. This is the crucible where manifestations are born or die. The senses are useful for navigating the physical world, but they are useless for creating a new one. The senses only show you the past. Your current reality is nothing more than the residue of your past thoughts. To believe your senses over your imagination is to be enslaved to the past. You must learn to walk by faith, not by sight. Faith is not blind hope. Faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. This requires a strict mental diet. Just as you would not eat rotten food and expect a healthy body, you cannot feed your mind thoughts of lack, fear, and doubt and expect a life of abundance. You must become a guardian at the gate of your mind. When a thought of doubt arises, and it will, you do not fight it. You replace it. You treat it as an intrusion, a lie. You say, no, that is the old man. I am the new man. You must starve the doubts of attention and feed the new assumption with feeling. Every time you react to the 3D world with anger or despair, you are reinfecting yourself with the virus of the old state. You must learn to look at the world with indifference, knowing it is already changing because you have changed. Here's what changes everything. The battle is won or lost in the silence, specifically in the power of the sleep state. Say TS. During the day, your conscious mind acts as a watchman. It is logical, analytical, and skeptical. If you tell yourself I am rich while fully awake, your logic often rejects it, saying, no, you're not. But as you drift off to sleep, the watchman gets tired. The door to the subconscious opens. This is the state akin to sleep. It is the sacred threshold where you can impress any command upon the subconscious mind, and it must accept it. The subconscious does not argue. It only accepts what is impressed upon it with feeling. This is why Neville called sleep the natural door into the subconscious. When you enter this drowsy state, your brain waves slow down to theta. In theta, you are highly suggestible. You are in a state of deep creation. This is where the magic happens. Whatever feeling you take into sleep with you, you are marinating in for 8 hours. If you fall asleep worrying, you are instructing your subconscious to create more things to worry about tomorrow. But if you fall asleep in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are instructing the universe to birth that reality. You are planting the seeds that will harvest in the morning. Never, ever go to sleep feeling a state you do not wish to express. Sleep is the workshop of God. The technique is simple, but requires discipline. As you lie in bed, relax your body. Then, construct a short scene, no more than 5 seconds, that implies your desire is already fulfilled. Not a scene of you getting the thing, but a scene of you having it. Shake a hand. See a friend congratulating you. Look at the balance on your phone. Then, loop this scene. Play it over and over again, like a GIF, without force. Do not try to visualize perfectly. Try to feel the reality of it. Feel the texture of the hand. Hear the tone of the voice. Loop it until you fall asleep. You are bypassing the logic and programming the very operating system of your reality. But the fuel for this machine is not thought. It is feeling. Feeling is the secret. The universe speaks the language of vibration, not English or Spanish. You can say affirmations all day long, but if you feel desperate, you are vibrating at the frequency of lack, and you will attract more lack. You cannot fool the universe. It reads your energy, not your lips. Emotion is energy in motion. To manifest a new reality, you must match the vibrational frequency of that reality. You must ask yourself, how would I feel if it were already true? Would you feel relief, gratitude, peace? Capture that feeling. That feeling is the key. This brings us to the ultimate paradox, the art of detachment. You must care deeply about your desire, yet be completely detached from the need for it to happen. Neediness creates resistance. Neediness screams, I don't have it. You must adopt the attitude of someone who has already placed an order at a fine restaurant. You don't burst into the kitchen every 2 minutes asking the chef if the food is coming. You sit back, drink your wine, and enjoy the conversation, knowing the order is placed and the food is being prepared. This is the Sabbath, the state of rest. When you have truly assumed the state, you no longer feel the anxiety of when or how. You feel the peace of, it is done. Now go deeper. The search is over. The creation has begun. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of it. The blueprint is in your mind, and the feeling is the mortar. Do not look outside for confirmation. Look inside for conviction. Tonight, when your head hits the pillow and the logic of the day fades away, who will you assume you are? Tell me in the comments. What is the specific state you are daring to assume right now? Subscribe and turn on notifications to lock in this new frequency. Do not let the old man return. And if you are ready to master the silence where God speaks, click this next video. Your future is already waiting for you there.